Welcome to Blonde Cards and Crafts. Let's make something together. Hello crafters and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be making a really cool pop-out gatefold card with you, and I'm going to be using products from the Love from Lizi March 2023 card kit. This is called Spring Friends and I am using the add-on ephemera pack, but there are stickers that came in this card kit and you can just take them, stick them onto some cardstock and then fussy cut around them and they'll give you your own ephemera if you haven't ordered the ephemera pack, which I really recommend you do. The measurements for all the card pieces, etc. I'm going to use are down below in the description. Click on the more button there. You'll have the card measurements, all the links, etc. that you need are down there. Okay, so let's get started. I have here a piece of cardstock. It measures 11 by 4 1/4. We want to do some scoring onto this. So first of all, we're going to score at 2 3/4. We're going to score at 5 1/2. And we're going to score at 8 1/4. We need to make some folds now on these, so I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to fold this one in so it's a mountain fold. There is our mountain, and we have another mountain on this side. This is going to give us our gatefold card. Lovely. And I'm just going to burnish those. Now we have a score line in here in the middle and we're going to pop that one up because that's where our pop-up is going to come from. So our card will sit like so. It works out at a 5 1/2 by 4 1/4 card, and when we open it, it's going to pop into this W shape. Now we need to embellish these, so I've got some mats and layers here. I've got 6 gold mats. These measure 2 1/2 by 4, and these will all sit on like so. So we'll put them on all except these two back here. Then we have some pattern paper, and these measure 2 1/4 by 3 3/4, and you can see here I've got 2 in the little polka dot, 2 on pink with the flowers, and 2 with the grey with the flowers. So I'm going to put these 2 floral ones on our mats and they'll go on the gatefolds on the outside, and then the other ones, the floral ones, will go on the inside and our polka dots will go on here, and I'll show you that when we're doing some assembly. Okay, so I have some more things here that I want to share with you. So I have 2 white pieces of cardstock, and you can see I've embellished one and I've left the other one just plain white. These 2 measure 2 by 3 1/2. I've taken some of the floral ephemera pieces. Again, you can use stickers if you didn't get the add-on ephemera pack. And I've used 2 sentiments from my stash. One is Just Heard the News, and the other is Can't Wait to Meet Your Tiny Bundle of Joy. Onto this plain one here, I've die cut out the number 1, and these are from dies from my stash. And I've also die cut out the S and the T for first, just like that. And then I've used a birthday die. We got a happy birthday die in one of our kits, a very long time ago, in the Love from Lizi, one of the kits. And I'm going to use this little birthday because it fits just perfectly in here. So we have first birthday there. I've also taken another one of the little ephemera pieces that has happy birthday on it, and I've added some foam to this. I've taken one of my little hedgehogs, added foam to that. I've also made some little blocks I've done 1, 2 and 3 and A, B and C. These little blocks measure 1 inch square, and then the little pink one inside measures 3/4 of an inch square. And the dies that I've used are one of the first sets I ever got. I don't know where I got them from or who gave them to me, but they're a lovely small little letters and numbers die set. I've also got 2 pieces of pattern papers. These are just offcut. They measure 2.5 by 1/2 inch. I have one of the little balloon ephemeras. I have one of the little hedgehog ephemeras, and we're going to do some surgery between the 2 of these. And then I have this piece of white cardstock. This is our mechanism that's going to help our balloon pop up when we open our card. This piece measures 3 by 1/2 inch, and on the 3-inch side I've scored it at 1/2, 1, 2 and 2.5. And like I said, all the measurements are down in the description down below. So they're all our pieces that we need. We need to do some gluing. We need to do some assembly work. So I'm going to clear this all off. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add all my pattern paper to my gold matte layers. And once I have that done, then I'm going to come back to you. So I have all my pieces ready now. I have stuck my 2 strips on the back of my card base. Before I go any further, I want to do a little bit of surgery with this little piece here. I'm going to cut a opening here on my basket, and that should just, you can see it there. It'll give me a little opening. I want to take my little hedgehog here, and I want to tuck it in to the basket. And it's a nice size to fit in the basket because these ones just look too big. I didn't like the look of it, so I thought the smaller one would fit in there nicely. So I'm just gonna cut the bottoms off here, and then I can use these in another little piece. And I'm going to take the little cloud off here as well. You never know, that might come in handy to embellish. And now I can take my little hedgehog and I can tuck that in here behind. So it'll just sit in there as if she's in there in her little basket looking out, and we can add a little bit of glue behind her there to keep her in place. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to use the quick grab glue, and I'm going to add a little bit of glue behind her in here, and I'm also going to add some behind here as well. I can get my little nozzle in there. Add a little bit of glue in there. I don't want that to come off. Yeah, there's some glue in there. So that has her nicely set in there now. I'll pop the pin back into my bottle. And while that is drying, we can then take our little white strip, and we have 4 score lines on this. So the first one is a valley. The second one is a mountain, the third one is a mountain, and the fourth one is a valley, and it'll give us this shape. This allows us to sit these 2 little flaps here over our score line, which is in the middle here. So this piece will sit on here like so. Let me just bring it up so you can see better. So it's going to sit in there, and they will sit either side of the score line. So when the card pops up, our little balloon will pop out. So I want to glue this down into place, but I want to make sure that this is going to be in the right place. Now you can either add this behind the little basket or behind the balloon, and I'm going to add it behind the balloon. I think there's a bigger space to add it on there. So it just means if you're going to put it on here, you need to make sure you bring it up here. If you were having it behind the basket, then you would need it lower down. You could even add two, but I think one just behind our basket there will be perfect. So I need to get an idea. I want this to be in the middle like so. So this piece needs to be up here. So let's take our ruler and just measure. So it needs to come down about an inch, I think would be good. So I'm going to add some quick grab glue onto my little 2 tabs at the back. We'll add glue to both of these. And then we can fold these so that they're closed and add them down there, and we want to make sure it's down about an inch. That there. And now if you look, our 2 tabs should be set nicely over the score line. So just apply a little bit of pressure. Give that a chance to stick, and there you can see how it just pops up from the score line, and then our little balloon will be set on top like so. So now that we have this in place, we can start embellishing our panels, because if we put this in after our panels, you would see them, whereas now those little tabs will be hidden behind our panels. So I can put 2 here, and these 2 here, and then these 2 will go on the front. So I'm going to glue them down, and I'm going to use my collal glue to glue those into place. So now I'm going to add some of my quick grab glue to my little tab here on my pop out piece, and I'm just making sure it's spread out all over. And now we can add our little balloon, and I want to make sure I have it centered. We'll pop that there, and that'll sit up like so when our card is open. So we have our 2 panels now. We can add one here and one here, or we can add them here and here. And this is where I'm going to add mine, over on these sides here. And then I'm going to add my little blocks and my number blocks over here. So you can use your collal glue, or you can use your quick grab glue. And I just happen to have my quick grab glue here, so I'm going to add it. So as I'm adding my panels down, I'm looking at this one with the sentiment, and I'm not really happy with it. I'm gluing down my little blocks, and I'm looking at my sentiment panel, and I decide I'm actually going to remove that and replace it with a new sentiment, and it'll have big birthday wishes in it, and I think I'm much happier with that. I'm also going to take those little clouds I cut off the ephemera piece, and I'm going to add them onto the top there above the blocks. And I'm also going to take another one of the stickers. I'm going to add one of the little stickers onto some cardstock, and I'm going to add another one there. I've also decided I want to put a sentiment on the back, and I'm going to use one of the stickers for that, the woohoo. And I have to say, I do like this card. And there we go. There is our lovely pop-up panel A2 American size card. And isn't that so cute. You can see I've changed my panel here. I didn't like, as I said earlier, the sentiments that I had there, and I think big birthday wishes goes really well with the first birthday, because I think the first birthday is a big birthday. So I'm really happy with that. I also took one of the little stickers. I put it onto some cardstock and I fussy cut around it. I think it needed another little cloud there to balance that up. So when it stands like so. It looks really, really well. I'm delighted with it, and I hope you have enjoyed our tutorial today. If you have, please do give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're not a subscriber, and ding the bell so you'll be notified when I post another video. I've really enjoyed using this kit and making the cards that I've made with them. So that's it. I'm going to leave you there, folks. Don't forget, if you make a card, you can share it on my Facebook group, Your Cards and Crafts, as well as Lizzie's Love from Lizzie Facebook group. You can also find all the links and measurements down below in the description. So until next time, I'm going to leave you with some pictures now. Take care, stay safe, and bye for now. Bye bye.